What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another
Trailer Park Podcast.
Trailer Park Podcast. How are we doing today, D?
Hanging in there.
Hanging in?
Hanging in.
How you feeling these days?
I'm okay. It's been nice weather.
Nice weather. Where you been?
Home.
Yeah, same here.
Yep. I drove around for the first time yesterday.
How'd that go?
Went well. I needed it.
I'd like to get my damn moped fixed. And I'm probably I'm really wanting to take the Jeep and just get Dad's shop vac and park out in front of Dad's and take the seats out of it and just detail it.
Take the seats out of it?
Completely detail it.
Why?
Because it's dirty.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. I'm talking like shampoo, the carpet, everything. What's disgusting?
I shaved my beard.
I know.
They probably already seen that. I shaved my neck beard. And I've got a huge honkin' zit coming in right here.
Let me see. Oh, it is.
They're gonna probably notice.
It's red.
It is red. It hurts.
What's your plan?
It hurts bad. I have to wait till it comes in. I can't. There's nothing I can do with it right now.
Want me to pee on it?
It's just red, irritated skin. So
I can see where it's gonna come in.
I know, and it hurts. I feel a constant.
You always get pimples on your nose right there.
Yeah, it's always right there.
You got a thick nostril cavity.
Yeah, I know, but it's always on. Nowhere else on my face. Nowhere else on my face.
We've never really been acne people.
No, except my nose.
Johnny's got acne though, a little bit.
Yeah, Jonathan.
I've never had.
You need to use Proactive.
I've never had like acne though.
Me neither.
Never been a problem.
I've never had back.
I've had back knee.
I've had back knee.
Back knee.
Back knee, butt knee. But I don't have.
I call it ass knee.
Well, I've always had it on my nose. But I've never been like broken out.
Nose knee.
Bad.
Yeah, me neither. I get them like here and here on my chin.
I think maybe it's probably because of my face mask that I wear when I sleep.
It might be.
It's greasy.
And holding in the.
Yep.
You know what I actually ordered on Amazon?
I don't know, but
one of those face mask things.
The sleep one?
No, like the black face mask that pulls blackheads. Because my nose has blackheads on it.
I'm not a woman.
I'm not a woman either, but you need to take care of your skin.
No, I don't take care of we know I don't take care of my skin.
Well, I just want to get these.
I haven't used lotion in months.
That's weird. I need a lotion for my knees, dude.
I don't use lotion.
Working on my knees at Walmart, like dried out.
And it's not like I don't. It's not like that I don't like to use lotion, but as bad as sensitive as my skin is, any lotion besides baby lotion breaks me out. Bad. I mean, you seen the other day when I used the loofah that Jonathan had used and I didn't know it. And it was covered in Old Spice.
I don't think you should announce you're sharing loofahs.
I don't care. The fuck does it matter? We're family.
He washed his butthole with that.
I don't know that. Jonathan said Jonathan actually said he didn't use it. Because I asked him, I was like, did you use that? He's like, no. I'm like, well, there was some sort of soap on there that my skin did not like. Because he uses Old Spice.
I know, you break out.
Bad.
You're allergic to Old
Spice. I'm very allergic to Old Spice.
I'm not really allergic to anything, I've noticed.
Mosquitoes, Old Spice, penicillin are the only things
I'm allergic
I've found
to
so far.
mosquitoes. I am allergic to mosquitoes.
I've got it worse.
Yeah, I swell up though.
Bad.
I mean, me and Dylan
my shit
swell up like baseballs.
My shit looks nasty. When I get bit by a mosquito, it's nasty.
It fucking itches so bad.
And the doctors were like, yeah, that's normal. But I had like this huge protuberance on my arm, and I was like, yo, am I dying? But penicillin, I don't know what the fuck penicillin. I know penicillin is a medicine, but I don't know what the hell it's used for. Like if the new.
I'm allergic to turtles.
Yeah, you're allergic to turtles.
Turtles, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
But no other reptile I've come to notice. And I've petted a turtle before in the recent future, and I didn't lose my fingers, but
maybe it's over. Oh, that was nasty.
I almost lost my thumb.
I miss my turtle.
Did a turtle? Yeah, Flag.
They had 8 different names. I was like 4. And they died of like ass cancer.
Yeah, at Uncle John's house.
Yep. And then they buried him without me knowing. Or they just killed him.
And then one day Dad was like, yeah.
He's dead.
Flag's gone, man.
Yeah. I think it was Dad, because Dad did like the manly thing, you know.
Well, that was when Dad and Uncle John were close, you know.
Yeah.
Dad would always go with Uncle John's.
I know. And I think they killed it. I think they put it out of its misery and just fucking killed it. Because Dad has no problem killing animals.
No.
I mean, he killed a cop dog. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
He can kill an animal.
He can kill an animal. He can kill a human. I'm still not convinced he hasn't.
Oh, I'm sure he has.
I'm sure
he has. He's the type of guy. Because
you know what I've noticed?
Some of the stories that he tells us, it's like, man.
Well, like, and like some.
You've killed.
He hasn't really. He's told us stories, but he's never told us a lot of like.
We haven't really asked since we've been older.
His childhood, or.
Yeah, no.
I mean, he says stuff, but I don't know a lot about. Yeah, I remember, dude. Dad was a kid, right? Grew up with Chris and all them, and
And he's crazy too.
They're all nuts. But like, after dad went to prison and got out, he had a whole second life.
Yeah.
Like whole second life. I mean, he was married before us.
Yeah.
All sorts of shit.
He straight up told me like you could have a sister, and I don't know it.
Yeah. He's a lot like you in that regard.
Whatever. But he's like you could have you actually have a kid, so shut the fuck up.
No, I do not.
We'll show the podcast not right now.
No,
later,
please don't, dude. That's so embarrassing.
Because it's yours.
It's not.
Anyway.
I promise, podcast, it's not mine. I promise with my heart and soul and everything, because there is nothing more.
And not name drop, because we ain't gonna name.
There's
name
nothing
dropping.
more in this world than I would want to be a
name,
father.
And not name dropping. That one ain't mine.
No,
Look, it's not.
It might be.
It's not.
Okay, so I'm the same with you. It's not. And there's nothing more on this planet. I want to be a father so bad.
You can look at the dad and her, and it is a spitting image of that baby. If you put me and her together, it absolutely.
If you put me and that baby together, that thing is ugly as fuck.
Well, its eyes are close together, tiny little nose.
Yeah, but also mom is.
And a fat
Look
white
at
boy.
mom. Look at mom.
What about her?
She also has close eyes and a little button nose.
I'm convinced that you and Jonathan may not be dads. One of us ain't from one of us.
What do you mean?
You and Johnny look very similar.
Yeah, me and you look very similar.
No.
Dylan, we have the same hair, the same eyes, the same mouth.
Yeah, because we have the same mom. But look at you and Johnny and get a picture of us three next to each other. There's none up there. Put you, Josh, Johnny, and all together.
Johnny, I've got many of you. There's Johnny. There's Johnny and you.
And if you look at all three of us, you two look very, 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 very similar. And then there's just me.
Me and you we have our similarities.
We look different.
Me and you are the same from the waist down, alright?
No. We look very different.
No, not different enough. I know, dude. We have.
Then why do you and Johnny look so similar?
You really think mom would do that? I don't.
I don't know.
Well, the only we can do is do a DNA test. I will always consider dad my dad.
We will. I look a lot like dad.
Yeah.
I look the most.
You are dad.
Yeah, dude. And it sucks that like when we were born, like. I'm the firstborn. I'm the oldest, if you didn't know. I'm the oldest.
Yeah, he is.
And I got most
I'm the middle.
I got most of his genes.
Dad's genes.
And of course, I got 90% of his genes when he was a fucking drug addict. I got all the. Yeah, you guys got semi clean. You know, you got semi clean.
He was good when
fishies.
He was Johnny.
Yeah, oh yeah, he was normal when he was Johnny, but when he had me, like. He was a mess. That was peak
drug time.
So,
I don't know, dude.
What can you do?
I don't know. I think I don't have any kids. If I the only thing in this life I want to be is a father and a good father.
I don't.
Well, that's your prerogative, dude.
I don't want to be a dad. I mean, I want to be a dad, but like, not right now.
Here's my thing. I'm scared that. Because women don't like me.
Oh,
they don't find me attractive, which is great. The thing is like
me neither.
No,
look at me right now. Look at me.
You need to just
imagine if you were a girl and I was just sitting here.
Dylan, I know.
Look at this triple quadruple chin. With a beard, I think I look hotter with a beard.
I think you look disgusting either way, but women like you, and you know women like you, and stop playing the dumb game. Okay, here's my thing. I don't want to have a kid when I'm 30. Because when they're 10, I'll be 40, and I'm like, oh, I'm hurting. Oh, I'm hurting. You know, I don't want to be an old dad.
I'm going to leave.
Why?
Because you do nothing to take care of your body.
What do you mean? I'm doing this right now.
You just said the other day on one of the podcasts,
well, I can't go to bed hungry.
So you eat an entire freezer when you go to bed.
I don't eat a freezer.
That's not good.
I usually eat some like granola
You
bars.
gain more weight when you sleep.
You burn a lot of calories when you sleep.
If you sleep naked.
Also, I don't get a problem with that.
I know, if you sleep, apparently it was like some dude on TikTok, he's like, if you sleep naked, you burn more calories because your body has to work harder to keep you warm. So I was like, okay.
I don't know, I'm just a big...
You do nothing to take care of yourself.
I know. I don't.
What activities do you do that take care of your body?
I walk sometimes.
To where? The fridge?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You need to do something. Do a walk every now and then. Try to do a push-up.
I don't think I had a dream last night I was doing push-ups. That was weird.
I didn't dream last night. I don't dream.
I don't think I could do a push-up.
Because I do workouts sometimes.
The only thing you gotta understand
I don't
is
look like this.
I can't
not
lift
work
heavy
out.
weight. I can't.
Not well because of your hernia, but you
Right,
can.
I
still,
can't lift
But you
heavy
can
weight.
still walk and jog, sweat. You and Stone. You.
Dylan, I do
think
nothing
no.
but
I put it. Okay, and I put it down to a science, because you and Stone always fucking complain. Always.
Complain about what?
No, listen. I'll
We're
tell you.
just dragging it on.
I know, but I'll tell you. You fuckers always complain that it is way too hot.
It's fucking hot in this room right now. Yeah.
Okay, and what are you doing?
I'm fucking perspirating.
No, when you whatever the fuck that means.
I'm sweating.
Yeah. How do you lose weight? You sweat.
I'm sweating. Yeah.
What do you and Stone always complain that my room is too? It's too hot.
Damn hot.
It's too hot. Guess what I do in my room? I fucking sweat.
That's gross.
You go in a steam room. You go in a sauna.
I love that.
Okay.
I don't want to sit in my room where I'm supposed to be comfortable
Okay,
and be like.
but you go in a steam room. You go in a sweat
Till
room.
I get sticky and like nasty and stink.
Sweat. Sweating is how you.
I
lose
love,
weight.
dude. I
So
love
then
sweating.
Why do you
in
keep
the
it?
room.
Then why do you
And-
keep it? Then why keep it? It's the same with Stone.
Because
Why
it's
keep it-
uncomfortable. I'm at
Okay,
home. I want to be comfortable.
and when I'm in
I
a
don't want
sauna-
to sit here and
No,
sweat.
I know, but
When I'm editing, I don't want to sweat.
When I'm in a sauna, but that's
A sauna, great, dude. If I'm at the gym in a sauna or a
okay,
steam
quit
room,
yelling. The mic's
I'm
right here.
I'm getting frustrated, Dylan. Well, just shut up.
Listen.
Just shut up. When I'm in a gym in a steam room and I'm actually wanting to sweat, love it. If I'm outside doing something and I want to sweat,
You can't go to a gym right now.
No, you can't.
So sweat. Why do you think people buy sweat suits? To sweat.
Normal people don't buy sweatsuits.
I'm absolutely 110% convinced that is why you and Stone have so much trouble losing weight, and I'm just over here not. And Jonathan is the same way. Jonathan is. I think I am convinced that is why.
I hate sweating.
Because I'm always hot so much. Because I'm not a big sweater. I don't really sweat. You can ask Stone and say I don't really
Okay, if you don't
sweat.
sweat, then why are you saying that that's a problem?
But no, because I do sweat. But I think it's the same with you and Stone and I think that is why you guys have so much trouble losing weight because you don't like to sweat. And it don't matter.
Nobody likes sweating.
Nobody likes to work out. Nobody likes to eat healthy. And everybody wishes they could do that, but they have to do it. And I bet you that is why you have so much trouble losing weight. Is because you keep it so cold in here that you don't want to sweat. And in turn, because you don't like to sweat, you don't lose weight.
I hate being uncomfortable.
It don't matter.
I've heard enough.
I know, but would you rather be uncomfortable and lose weight or keep getting fat?
Keep getting fat.
Be uncomfortable for a while and test my theory out. Weigh yourself now, sweat, don't open that window for a week. Don't open that window unless you need to smoke. Do not open that window. Keep it hot in here. Not like, oh my god,
Dude,
okay,
I can't sleep if it's hot. No.
You gotta try it.
The temperature in here right now is uncomfortable, and I hate it. I would move out if I delivered.
This is cold.
This is hot. It's not hot in here. It's warm in here.
This is an okay. I'm in my hoodie, in jeans, and high socks, not sweating, not uncomfortable.
I'm in shorts and a t-shirt and I'm sweating.
Right now, I would have my personal heater on 90.
That's ridiculous, dude. Fuck that. No way.
I keep it so hot. It's so hot in my room that my PlayStation has overheated.
I know, that's bad.
And another thing, you want to know another thing about heat that I think about that maybe another thing? It's weird. I know. It's weird. It's weird. Our washer and dryer is in our bathroom.
Yeah.
When Mom is running the dryer, it is literally right here. My elbow hits the dryer when I'm shitting. And when she has that thing on, dryers get hot.
Yeah.
Very, very hot.
It's a dryer.
Yes. It steams up the bathroom. Bad. I mean bad. To the point of like, when I walk in there, it is instantaneous. It is probably 115 degrees in the bathroom when you shit. You and Stone couldn't do it. Absolutely, you two could not do it. There's no way in a million years you could not do it. And that is right next to my room, so that helps contribute to the heat.
That's weird.
And I'll bet you that's why. I think I know that's why. It's gotta be. Because you don't like to
I'm
sweat.
done with this topic.
Me too.
We've covered it.
Me too. But I'm just saying, try it.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't.
So, here recently I've been wanting to indulge in. If you've watched our YouTube channel, you probably have seen the video. Maybe, I don't know. If you haven't, go check it out. It's Dylan's video of buying my dream truck at 20. That Ranger.
Got a decent amount of views.
Yeah. Well, now, see, I think we've had it for like 2 years, right?
No. Are you high?
Like a year or two.
We bought it a year ago.
So
It's not even a year old.
It's over a year old.
Because we bought it at... When did we buy it? We bought it... I bought it at one of Johnny's football practices, actually. We were at football practice, me and Stone. I was like, I was just looking for cars nearby, and I've always wanted a Ranger because I love the back seats. I fell in love with the back seats. Don't know why. They're really tiny. If you've never seen Ford Ranger back seats, look them up.
I can't sit back
They
there.
fold into the
They're
wall.
for very skinny people. Or children.
Very tiny people. They fold into the wall.
Right.
And they fold down and they face each other.
Right.
And I've seen and there's cup holders right there. And I've seen a little mod where you could put a little table back there. And I was like, fuck me.
That's
Imagine camping or being on a road trip and being able to play like a card game or something like that. Because I have a deck of cards in my tackle box. I have a deck of cards in my glove box, and I've got dice in my glove box. I always have something to do. Imagine being on a road trip. Yeah, I mean, you're tight. I'm tiny. I'm a small guy. And I have trouble. Yeah, it's tight. It's really tight back there. But imagine folding that bitch down, playing a card game on a road trip. And that's why I fell in love with that car. Because the whole reason Stone bought it, if you ask Stone, you should have asked him last time he was on the podcast, the whole reason Stone bought that BMW was because of the gear shift. That gear shifter. He fell, don't know why. He said he fell in love with that. You'll probably comment. Go look down below and see if he's commented. He fell in love with that gear shifter, and that's the whole reason he bought the car. The whole reason I wanted him to buy a Ford Ranger were those back seats.
Okay, well, anyways, back to the point.
And they're good on gas.
Debatable. Back to the actual talking point.
Okay, that's fine. But the reason that one's not good on gas is because it's been upgraded 100,000 times.
Back to the talking point, okay? You had bought that Ranger, correct?
Yep.
I had the ZX2, correct?
Yeah.
You drove the Ranger, huh?
Yeah.
Your current car now.
My current car now. That's what
Yes.
I got.
Okay, I had the ZX2, you had the Ranger.
I love that. I love that ZX2 since you bought it off the lot.
Right, Dylan's the reason I bought that car.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want it.
No,
I hated that car.
Fucking hated that car.
I was like, this car fucking sucks.
It's ugly, and it turns out to be one of the best cars ever.
It's
so don't
one of the
judge
best
a book
cars
by
we've ever
its
owned.
don't judge a book by its cover. But I am the sole reason that he bought that car.
Yep.
He was gonna walk off the lot because it was between a Saturn.
That had a Nod Rock.
Yeah, we were
Nod
driving.
Rock.
We were literally driving.
I said Nod Rock.
I know you said Nod Rock. It had a bad
Rod. I didn't run like shit.
That thing felt.
And they're asking $1,000 for that Saturn.
Yeah, for a Saturn. And I was like, it felt like a piece of junk. Like it was just I didn't like it.
We drove it
like,
and they were like, no.
Yeah, and everything was plastic and creaky. Ugh, I didn't like the Saturn. I just didn't like Saturn. And it was between that and the car. And I think they had like just gotten that ZX2.
They did because it was in the back. And
it was in the back. It was in the back. All the cars were unlocked. It was in the back, locked, and it had a flat tire, I think.
And it had a battery.
And yeah.
And I was like, what's that over there? And he was like, he said something. He was like, we just got that in and whatever. We went over there and we went over to look at it. And I was like, well, can we drive it? He's like, yeah, starts it up, whatever, fixes the tire, whatever's wrong with it. And then we realized the taillights or the headlights did not work.
Didn't work.
And they're asking like $1,800 for it or some shit. I don't remember.
Because it was low.
It
had low miles. It
had like 40?
Something like that. But I really don't. I really don't think that's the original. It looks like.
If it's on the title and it says it's original mileage, it's original mileage. It's on the title.
I guess, but somebody could have lied.
But Dylan, as you get new titles throughout time...
But that dash, you spit on me. That dash has been taken out before.
But as you get new titles throughout time, as people sell cars, whatever,
yeah.
The mileage carries on with the title. If it's actual mileage, I promise you. Okay, then we drove it. It was nice. It ran great. So we realized the gas gauge didn't work. The temp gauge.
We figured that out. He figured that out the hard way.
Yeah, the temp gauge didn't work. I noticed that right away.
We noticed it didn't work. The gas gauge, we had no idea because it was it's still stuck at like a quarter of a tank. And he was driving to work a few days after he got the car, or whatever. And he's like, I just died. And we're like, okay, great. We just wasted that much money on a car. So I had to push him into the gas station, and it turned out that it just ran out of gas.
Yeah, the gas gauge didn't work. So then after that, I realized, okay, the headlights don't work, or the tail lights don't work, and the brake lights didn't work. I was like, listen here, Buster. Oh, and the windshield wipers didn't work.
I found that like a few months ago.
Don't
Yeah,
fix that
a few
here
months
recently.
ago.
We've had that car for like 2 years.
I just got the Google Photos update
2
last
years.
month that it was 2 years. The day we bought that car was 2 years ago to the day a few days
Yeah, I
ago.
had that car for 2 years. Anyways.
Google Photos.
And I walked up to this fool and I was like, it's a decent little car, it runs good, whatever, blah blah blah. I was like, you fix the headlights and the tail lights, I'll give you $1,200. He was like, nah. I was like, that's my offer. And he fixed the headlights and the taillights, and that day.
No, you came down to a deal to $1,200, but then you wanted $1,000. But then you were like, "Look, if you get the headlights and taillights to work, I will give you what you're asking."
I'll give you $1,200.
And he got it to work, so he gave him $1,200.
Yep. And then that day I drove off the lot with that car, and we never turned back.
Nope.
And then of course, whatever. Dylan got the Ranger. I like the Ranger. I had the EX2. Dylan liked the CX2. Dylan's always been more of a car guy.
Yeah.
Dylan's more of a car guy.
I know. I look like
trucks.
I look like this huge redneck. I wear boots, cowboy boots all the time, and these hats. But I'm a car guy.
Dylan's just a car guy, and I'm more of a truck guy.
I like
I've always
cars.
been more of a truck guy. And so whatever happened, and then we ended up trading the ZX2. I ended up trading Dylan the ZX2 for the Ranger, and then ended up the Ranger.
Yeah, that's
the Ranger transmission
literally
Literally.
right soon after you got it.
blew up, and then I was like, well, fuck. We've got all this money into this Ranger and all this whatever. So then I ended up taking the Ranger.
But if you haven't watched the video, I mean, there are some upgrades on this fucking. He did a good job. We had to rip out you shorted out the what's it called? It had a remote start.
And I figured out why that stopped working.
Why?
Because the alarm short circuited.
Well,
you know, remember the whatever car alarm thing?
Yeah.
It
had a nice brush guard. It had two beautiful.
I still
fog
have
lights.
the brush guard.
I know. I wish you.
It needs to be painted.
It had two nice fog lights.
And I want to
lights
replace the headlights.
Dumb, yeah. Those fog lights were dumb.
They still
bright.
are. They still work.
I know I know the fog lights still work, and they're bright, man.
But I want to fix because one of the headlights is out. So I was going to get new headlights for it. Then all this stuff started happening with it, whatever. But so, whatever. The brush guard's off, and I still have the brush guard. It'll go back on as soon as I put headlights in it. But here's the thing. Right now, I put a brand new transmission in it. Transmission is brand new. That transmission has like 1,500 miles on it.
You need to take it back, though. So he can do his whatever he needs to.
I know, I think that's just why. Because Dad was like, well, take it to Ross and I'll help you pay for it.
I don't like that guy.
Ross?
Yes. He's the one that fucked up the Suburban.
Maybe. I don't know.
He is the reason. It was totally fine. Remember, it was totally fine. He was going to get it fixed, so Dad went to go get it fixed. And when he got it back, it was unfixable.
Well, I need to get the brake. So what I'm going to do is put in brand new transmission in the Ranger. Now the brakes are garbage in that thing.
It's
tire. I was going 65 down the highway, going down I-25 at 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, during the weekday.
It wasn't I-25. It was
hour.
70.
No, it was I-25. Rush hour traffic, and I had to hit the brake.
Josh brakes rather quickly.
And you want to know why? It's because the Ranger brakes sucked for so long.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, that's how you found out. It's because you were one of the people that wait. You wait.
But no, here's
amounts of time.
Here's the thing. The reason I brake so hard is because I was used to driving the Ranger. I drove the Ranger, and the Ranger brakes have even since the day you bought that thing. I said these brakes suck. I knew those
the
brakes
sucked.
They've always sucked.
The brakes are. It's not the brakes. There's something wrong in, like, I don't know what. Because when you barely,
I think it needs a new master cylinder.
I don't know. It's something wrong with the ABS system, because when you come to a stop slowly, the tires lock up.
Yes,
they lock up.
I was on I-25 one day when I was working at the Philly steak place, going 65, flying. And I had to let it semi-merged, I barely tapped the brakes, dude, and my front tires locked up.
Yeah.
That's scary.
I was driving around town the other day.
And then sometimes it doesn't stop at all.
I didn't experience that, but I stuck around town, and yeah, I mean, they just lock up on you. Like, you barely hit the brake, and they just lock up, and you can kind of feel your ass in, and you kind of slide. The rear end locked up for me.
My front end locked up.
But yeah, they just, and I was like, well, fuck.
Yeah, it's fucking scary. So I think I'm gonna be getting. I have a small little Sony camera. I forget what it's called. It's a nice little Sony camera.
Isn't it this one?
Yeah. This guy right here.
This guy.
That's the vlog camera that I've never used and spent $400 on.
Yeah.
So,
and they took it to Texas and broke it.
I'm gonna start using that. Well, it's not broke. It's cracked.
It's cracked at the bottom.
But it still works just fine. So I'm gonna take that, and one of these days here soon,
The satisfying flash.
I'm gonna take the wheels off the Ranger and see if I can see if we can figure out what's going on with that. You know?
Yeah.
Be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
And I'm gonna vlog detailing the Jeep. But
Because now it's people are scared they're opening up the country too soon.
are they opening the country?
Yeah, they're definitely opening. I believe it's definitely too soon, but we can start to kind of, because they're starting to kind of think that it is a fall winter thing only. It's like the flu.
But it's
They're starting to think exactly. They're starting to think that it's like the flu, and it kind of dissipates in the summer, but it comes back in the fall. So if that's the case, like I was telling Mom the other day, we can have a semi-normal summer, because if it's like the flu, then it would be, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, because I would like to be able to do some vlogs this summer.
I would love to.
I want to go camping.
I'm
itching.
love to
I'm
do
itching
that.
to go camping.
I know what I'm itching to do.
You can't go
Shoot
camping.
guns.
I know. I was talking to Keys about it yesterday. I was talking to Keys.
Why can't I go camping?
Do you not remember what happened last time we went camping?
Oh yeah, because I couldn't breathe.
can't breathe. Well, if you
Couldn't
can't
breathe.
Well, now you're bigger than you were back then, so now you might not be able to breathe at all.
I don't think I'm bigger now.
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know either. I don't like myself.
But I do. But I was talking to Keys yesterday, and I was like, "Yo, we gotta go shooting. Gotta go. When we go camping, gotta go shooting because
I gotta get ammo.
Mom ain't gonna like it very much. But with my 1200, I have already got a chunk aside to buy a pistol.
Are you?
I
Do you know what you're going with yet?
I think one of those.
Are you gonna get the big one or the little one?
I don't know.
You know what you need to do?
You might not
be able
to. No, I can. I've already looked. I've already looked into it. I can.
I want mine bad.
Keys showed me his yesterday.
Does he carry though?
He carries sometimes. He just doesn't have a good holster. Because they told you don't trust Walmart holsters, which I understand.
No.
I mean, if you're gonna have an expensive gun, you gotta treat it. You gotta treat it with respect.
That's like a cheap holster, but it's from a gun store.
I know, but that's not. I mean, it's okay, but like that one is gonna take way too long to unclick.
No way.
Click it.
It's literally thumb pull.
Yeah, if you can do it with your thumb.
I can. I've done it thumb pull. And what did you say? Cock it? You leave a chamber in it.
I'm not.
Or a round of a
I'm
chamber.
not going to.
That is why.
Because I was discussing with the Keys. We can discuss. We can talk about
You're gonna
that
have
next.
to up pull safety click.
Yeah, I know. We can talk about that in a second because we're getting ready to be on our break.
Yeah.
So you want to take it now?
Yeah, we'll take it now. We'll be right back, my friends.
Okay.
All right, we're back.
We're back. So carrying. We were talking about carrying a gun.
Carrying a gun. I'm
Pistol.
gonna stand you real quick.
I was going
Just
to.
for safety measures.
I know. I was going to, but I forgot my hand sanitizer because it was becoming a thing to Sandy with me.
Yeah,
Anyway,
no, you want some sandy?
no, not from Walmart.
I have other sandy.
It don't matter. No, it was Grandma's. No, I don't trust it.
It's not Grandma's sandy.
Okay, but anyway, carry.
Yeah.
You and a Keys carry with one in the chamber.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it, Neil.
I'm not.
Let me
I'm not. Here, we look a little bright, so let me fix us while
Go
we're
ahead.
talking. Because now that you left the thing open.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you
That's
left that
okay.
open. So now we were
There you go.
over.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Now, when it comes to carrying a weapon, a gun.
And then I'll tell you
See,
my
I'm not
side.
21.
You can't carry.
I can open carry.
Some places.
And I can open carry
Not
in
in
Denver.
No, not in Denver.
I can't open carry in any national parks.
Nope.
Or
No,
public
no.
parks. I can't open
No.
carry within 200 yards of a school.
Nope.
But I can open carry in I can open carry
But
in Bowman.
I'm not going to open carry because I feel it just starts more problems.
Right, well, in reality, if you're open carrying and there's somebody with a gun, you're a target automatically. You have a gun.
Yeah, you have a gun.
You know, but see, here's my thing. I don't open carry much anymore because, see, I can conceal carry in my car because you can conceal a loaded weapon in your car in a personal vehicle at any time, right?
No, not loaded.
Yes,
I thought I looked at the laws in your nut.
I've also done. I went so deep into this before we got that handgun. Okay, I looked so deep into laws. You, at the age of 18, you can open carry a pistol and you can have a loaded gun loaded pistol, but not long guns or shotguns or anything like that. They can't be loaded, but a handgun can be loaded in a private vehicle and concealed at all times. Doesn't matter where you are. But here's my thing: a concealed carry is going to help. But you know what I mean? With me, dude, if you don't have one in the chamber, say, oh my God, somebody's coming to attack me. Some meth head's tweaking, and they're like, kill, kill, kill. You're gonna not only have to pull out of your holster, right? You gotta pull out of your holster, take it off safety. I can just bang, 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 and get my shots off. You're gonna have to pull out of the holster safety, clack, clack, bang, bang, bang. Okay, if somebody's right
but
here,
I'm not gonna go bang, bang, bang right away unless they're like a true threat.
right? I'm saying I'm talking a true threat.
And what are the odds of a true threat happening where you don't have time? Because with one of those,
They're likely.
I know, but the safety is right near the back.
Right,
It's a one-hand. Yeah, it's
safety.
a one-handed motion. So all I would have to do is grab, click, and pull. Because the
Right, but that second is the second between life and death.
Okay, exactly. And
There is a chamber.
Okay, and
I
know there is. I
have one in the chamber.
I know there is. But I would because there is a possibility of a freak accident happen, and I do not want that.
There's always a possibility.
Yes, and I would much rather not have a freak because more than likely, it's more.
I think if a cop is going to carry one in the chamber, I should carry one.
It's more dangerous, I think, to have one in the chamber and not have a threat all day than to maybe have a threat during the day and need to put one in the chamber.
Right.
Because like a kid the other day,
I understand what you're talking about.
almost shot his dick off because he forgot.
Does he carry in his waistband?
Yes,
like
he appendix. No, he carries
on his appendix. Does he have an appendix holster, or is he just shove it in his pants?
No, he shoves it in his belt, which isn't good. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I would be a hip carry.
Hip carry.
I would hide it on my hip because I don't want.
Most people are appendix or back.
Yeah, because I don't want. I've heard people have appendix problems from that shit, and I just don't want it. On the back, I don't want it on my back
a lot of reach.
because if I get tackled
Somebody
and I'm on my back, I can't get behind me.
Well, and if you're tackled and you're on your
reach it
stomach and
grab
somebody's
it.
on top of you, they can grab that, boom, shoot you in your side.
Yeah, and I don't want that. And I would much rather have the less likely odds of a freak accident happening, than carrying, because they are likely, but they are slim that you will need to use that gun.
It's very slim.
It's very slim. Still, we live in a safe neighborhood. It is very slim. So why put yourself at risk of having one in the chamber because your belt or anything could click that off?
Well,
and all
that's
it takes
why.
is a slight
That's why
pull.
my holster
Covers the trigger, but it don't matter.
Not the
Shit
trigger.
happens.
It covers. If you look at that, and look. You can't with my holster. You have to unbutton it to pull it out.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But freak accidents can still happen.
They still happen, yes.
And I would rather not shoot myself and not need my gun than just have it on me. And I would much rather want to rack it and be like,
but here's
because it's intimidating. Because I already don't get near enough people. If I get to sit, I'm always aware of my surroundings and who's around me.
Right.
And if there's somebody that's sticking out to me, a threat, or that I would think would maybe a threat, I keep them at a distance from me. So it's not like I would need. And I'm not the person where I'm going to shoot first, ask questions later. I'm going to make sure that it is a surefire threat, that he will actually kill me if I don't have it.
Right.
And I feel it is more intimidating to pull and rack one to know, okay, I think it would be more intimidating if somebody just pulled a gun on me. I'd be like, oh, there may not be one in there. It could be fake. But if he racks it and I hear it and I'm like, oh, okay, I feel that's more intimidating and they're more likely to back off.
But okay, here's my thing. Say somebody, you're in a
But yeah, if somebody's charging you, if you practice repetition, you would still be quick enough to snap, click, and then crack, and ready to go.
But say somebody's coming at you with a fucking axe, dude, and they're 10 feet, and they charge.
But
you're gonna have to pull, clack.
It don't matter, and it's an axe. Unless he hits me unless he gets within reaching distance of me, he is no critical threat to me. Because if he throws it, my reaction time is so good that I can move it.
Maybe dodge
it. There's no way that he, at 10 feet is like from here to that tree out that window.
Yeah.
There is no way that is a critical threat to me. It's just like somebody with a taser. When you have a taser and you're carrying a taser, you're already within reaching range where they could choke you, grab you, or anything. A gun is meant to be, and even when you watch those training videos, they teach you to back the hell up. Back out of their range.
But a lot of training videos say keep around in the chamber.
I'm not.
Keep
Okay,
around
and
in the
everybody's
chamber.
entitled to their own. And when you
You're right. But for
I
me,
will not.
that 1
I
second
will-
rack time is the time I could. If somebody's got an AK, dude, but
if you think
you got
they're
a rack and poop.
I know, but if you think they're a critical threat, why would you want to shoot first and ask questions later? When would you?
Because you gotta be. No, I'm not.
But when would you?
Because don't you can typically tell between a critical threat and somebody just being a dickhead.
Exactly. So why would you feel the need to not need that extra second? When can you think of a scenario when you would need when racking the gun really fast would hinder you? Because even if they get to you by the time you rack it, you can still twist it and pop them. And as soon as you shoot them once, they're like,
oh fuck. But here's
I'm
the thing. Say, oh my gosh, you're in a horrible situation. You're inside of, like at Texas, you're inside of a Walmart, and somebody's popping off rounds. You got a gun. Cops are there.
Yeah.
Okay, you're running. You fucking fall over. Now this dude is fucking like looking at you. You fell over. Now you got to unbutton your holster or get your gun out of your holster. You got to rack and shoot. Okay, dude. With he's ready to go.
But you would be in.
You're not.
You would be in cover.
Not if you
anyway.
fall in an open space.
Why would you fall in open space? If you,
You trip. You can trip over yourself.
No shit. Yeah, you can. But if you were in an open space, like in a school or in a Walmart or something, your mind would either say run.
Right, but with that,
it's your fight or flight.
Right.
And you would be doing everything to save your life.
But say you trip,
would go immediately
in that situation,
to cover.
But in that situation, say, oh my god, okay, yeah, you're right. Fight or flight, I gotta get to cover. You trip, dude. Now this dude is he's already ready. He's shooting.
I know, and if
you're not. If your gun is still away without a round in the chamber.
If you are in cover, you have time to undo.
I'm saying you're not in cover. You go to run to cover, you're in an open aisle. He's 20 feet in front of you, right? He's already shooting. He's ready. He's got the gun. He's shooting.
But there's nothing that you can do about it.
You trip and fall, dude, okay? Now, not only do you got to worry about yourself being in the open, you've got to get out your gun, you've got to rack it, and you've got to shoot. Okay? Dude, the time it takes, you'd be amazed. The time it takes to pull, rack, and shoot, but that could be the time that saves your life. Why? I mean, I understand the safety thing, sure.
Yeah, because the likelihood of that happening is rare.
It's rare, you're right.
It's rare.
But see, there's still that chance.
And there's a chance of having a freak accident. And I would say 95% of my life. No, like 98, 97, 98% of my life, I will never need to use that gun.
You won't.
That guy down the street that I had a conversation with, he carries every day. He has had one instance where he had to think about using it.
See, with my gun, I've had one instance where I had to think about using it, and I almost did.
I know, and it was, you pissed me off when it happened, but I don't want to talk about that story because it irked the fucking shit out of me.
Why?
It irked because it was at Levi's. I was there. They were standing there. Yes, instead of asking them to leave, you could have just been like, yo.
I did ask them to leave.
Yeah, you were like,
pointed out.
Yes, the fuck you did. You said, get the fuck out. Me and my no name were there. You didn't ask them to leave, and you did it so unprofessionally. It pissed me. That right there just gave me a pit in my stomach of how you did it. You got the gun out of the trunk, you put it behind your waistband, and you pulled it on them, and you did it sideways.
I did not.
I
swear to God, you did not.
I swear to
my
God
ass,
you did.
dude.
I swear.
I've got other
to God
witnesses, dude. No, I did not.
It was me,
Levi,
and
I
No
will
Name.
tell you how the story went down from my perspective. Okay?
Because they were just standing.
Ledger calls.
Dude,
Homegirl had a fucking axe. What are you talking about?
So what? She had an axe.
Dude, they have it on camera of them trying to break into Levi's house.
Okay, and?
Okay, we leave. Ledger calls.
I know, I was here.
Freaking out on Levi, right? Okay, we get to go.
Yeah. We had to go get Mom.
See, and here's the thing where I messed up. My gun was in the trunk of Levi's car, okay?
Yeah.
I get out, I wasn't ready. I put the clip in, I was walking, and I racked. And I put the gun behind my back. And I said, you guys need to get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Right? And then they're like, oh, why? And then I didn't aim it at him, dude. I pulled it down, and I was like, you guys seriously? I said, you need to get the fuck out of here right now. And then that's when they were like,
yeah, and you shouldn't have done that.
But see, they left.
But I know, but they were at no point were they a critical threat to you.
No, but I didn't aim it. I wasn't like, I'm gonna fucking shoot you in the face.
I remember you
held
aiming
it down.
I remember you aiming at them.
I did not aim it. I held it down, and I said, you guys need to get the fuck out of here right now, or somebody's gonna get hurt.
And you should not have done that. Because that just made you the aggressor.
What do you mean? The cops knew.
I know, but that made... No, they didn't. They didn't even show up. That made you the aggressor. You threatened them. They did not... Even if they were attempting to get into his house, sure, you have it on proof. You should have called him and like... He could... Okay, first of all...
Ledger had a gun too.
I know, and he could have called the cops. I don't know
He
why
did call
he
the cops.
Okay, and the cops should have came.
They did.
But you, at that
They knew
point,
I had a gun.
I know, and at that point, that put you in the wrong. You threatened them. They did not threaten you at all. You asked them to leave, and they said, why? And you said, if you don't, somebody's going to get hurt. That is an immediate threat, and that makes you the bad guy. Because now you have, you're 18.
I don't think so. The cops didn't seem to think so.
You're 18. I would know I'm not a cop. We'd have to figure it out.
Cops didn't think so.
We'd have to ask. You were 18 at the time.
Yeah. No.
17.
I was 19.
You were 19 at the time.
I just turned 19.
Had a gun right here and threatened them to their face. You threatened.
Dude, they weren't breaking into. They were trying to get to Ledger.
Okay, and the cops, and here's the thing that it makes the whole situation cloudy. When we got there, we were at Morrison. We were in Bandamere when this ordeal was going on.
Right.
The cops' response time. He lives right next to a main police station. He lives next to the courthouse in Inglewood. The cops' response time. If you were like, "Yo, I'm a kid. There are people trying to get in my house." There is no fucking way. You cannot convince me. I'm not a big fan of cops, but there is no way you cannot convince me that the cops would not have beaten us there.
They didn't.
He didn't call them. He had to have lied to you because
They showed up after you guys left, Dylan.
Yeah, after we left, we were there.
They showed up after you left.
We were there for 10 minutes.
No way.
And we were 20 minutes because it's a 27-minute drive from here to his house.
Right.
We were at Bandamere. We were 5 minutes down the road from our house. It was still a 23-minute drive. There is no way if he called and said, "People are trying to break in my house right now," that the cops did not. There is no, you cannot.
Well,
if
that's
you
your
called the cops,
opinion.
and that's fine. And if we called the cops right now and said, "Yo, I am a 14-year-old kid.
He's
there are
16.
I'm a 16-year-old kid. There are people trying to break in my house." The cops would be here in less than 4 minutes.
Well, if I was in the wrong, I assume I would be in jail.
I know, and that's fine. And I think somebody probably called.
In my opinion, and even the neighbors, because everybody came outside after this all happened.
I know,
right?
After
the
it
neighbors,
happened,
everybody agreed with me.
You can't.
Every single person agreed.
And that's fine. You did threaten them. You were wrong. You cannot. You
I didn't.
As we were threatened.
Well,
You
yeah,
threatened
I mean,
them.
I
You
have
were
the
wrong.
gun. I have the gun.
Yes, in your hand, and you threatened them. You should not have threatened them. That should have put you in the wrong. But I'm not a big cop guy. There's no way. I called the cops. Get this. I called the cops on my ex.
Yeah.
Because they were drunk driving.
Oh, great.
And they were drunk driving. And I said, "I don't know where they are, but here's where I am." It wasn't an emergency. I called the non-emergency number, and the cops showed up in 8 minutes.
Dylan, we also live in Golden.
Yeah, Inglewood has more cops than we do. And he lives closer than we do. Our station is Lions Park. Theirs is that courthouse.
Ian.
Yes.
Some dude, the response time was.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but there is
Right.
absolutely no way we beat the cops. When me and Josh Libra got pulled over for the story that I told on here, when we almost got shot,
Yeah.
that guy pulled up behind us, and other cops were there in less than 4
Right.
minutes.
Think of how many cops were there. How many cops were there?
5.
Okay, you take
to each
5
car.
cops. You take 5 cops, and you put them in one situation. It's gonna take a little bit longer to get across the other side of town. Dude, I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you about it. What happened?
They didn't
what
have
happened.
to. I know. Then it's happened. And it's,
And
whatever, it's over.
I
But
thought,
you
in
cannot
my
convince me.
my opinion, it was a credible threat. I pulled my gun. I did, 100%. I will.
They
and
were
I
standing
guarantee you.
They were standing at the car. They were standing around their car. Yeah, they looked sketchy. I'll be straight up. They looked sketchy.
Dude, they were sketchy.
But the Cushing Park is right there, and that's just a sketchy park. Everybody knows it's a sketchy park. He lives 50 yards from it.
And listen to me. Listen to me.
They were standing around their car, just standing there. You tried to ask them to leave, but you should absolutely, in my opinion, that is not.
But here's my thing. Okay, here's my thing. You tell somebody to. You tell somebody, get the fuck out, get the fuck away. You're on our property. Leave.
They weren't on the property. They were on the side of the road, actually at the neighbor's house, standing at their Ford Explorer. Okay, so there's one.
The neighbors didn't want him there.
Okay,
the
then that's
neighbors
fine.
witnessed it. It's all on the
And that's
neighbors'
fine.
cameras.
But and that's good, and I'm glad they have it. But that is a public road. It is They were not blocking any driveways. They weren't doing nothing. I'm not trying to stand up for the bad people at all.
It
I'm
seems
just
like
saying,
you are.
No, they were.
In my opinion, it was a credible threat. I pulled my gun. I do not regret it. And if they would have charged me, they would have got shot. And it's
Yeah, I know.
100%.
They were in a public street.
Neighbors didn't. No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. They were on a public sidewalk.
They were on a public sidewalk, public street. There was 3 or 4 of them.
There was 4.
4.
One had an axe. One had a baseball bat. One didn't have anything, and the other one was in the driver's side, and he had something.
They were standing near their car.
Yeah.
Okay. If I walk outside with a baseball bat right now, you can't call the cops on me.
No, you can't.
That's what they were doing. I'm not saying what happened before we got.
Dylan,
but here, before
it happened,
before we got there, you have no. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm absolutely not saying you're wrong. But you have absolutely no proof of what happened before we got there.
You're right.
When we got there, they were absolutely not doing anything illegal.
You're right. They were just standing there.
Then why did you
weapons.
pull the gun? With weapons, Josh, I walk outside and swing a baseball bat at least 2 times a week. You can ask Mom. I walk outside in I walk outside and I swing my baseball
it's not
bat.
legal, but you also don't look sketchy.
It don't matter. Looks can be deceiving.
Because, okay,
Don't judge
I'm
a
under
book-
the
don't
I'm
judge
under
a
the
book by the
impression,
cover.
I get a phone call, right? I get a phone call.
I know. I heard the phone call.
You heard the phone call, okay? Kid's freaking out. Ledger he would not do that for no reason.
I know, and I don't.
He did call the cops. They didn't show up till after.
That blows me away. And if they did, that is absolutely 100% the cops'
Because the
fault.
response time is garbage. It
I know,
is.
because
And we've had the cops call on us before, and we've had to call the cops
I know.
before.
And
the response time sucks.
I know, but what you did was wrong.
I don't agree.
They were doing nothing illegal.
They were. I've got it
And
on
if
camera.
you took that to court, it's hearsay. Ledger had a gun. He could have walked outside and did what you did.
He didn't have a gun at the time.
When the threat was credible. When we got there, when we pulled up, it's just like a cop. If the cop were to roll up, you are absolutely in the wrong. Yeah. If a cop pulls up, because when we got there, they were doing nothing illegal. They were standing outside with a baseball bat and an axe. Sure. Okay, the axe is like the thing, but I have a knife on me at all times. That's a weapon. You can't arrest me if I'm standing outside.
It's just kind of weird having a fucking hatchet in the middle of the city.
It is, and it's weird. It's weird. But they weren't doing anything illegal. It was not a point to pull your gun. If they started approaching you, absolutely, no question in my mind. And if they started getting kind of fizzy and antsy, and they kind of, you can yell at each other.
They were fizzy and antsy.
But you can yell at each other.
Sure, yeah.
We're not in the ghetto. We don't yell and pull a gun. You don't do that, and that's what you did.
In my opinion, I had a credible threat, and the cops agreed with me 100%. You're not a cop. I would much rather a cop agree with me than you.
But you need to think about it, because you had absolute tunnel vision. They didn't have tunnel vision. I would not have. They were in that moment. I would not have shot.
They
were a possible threat.
Possible. To
Ledger.
There's the key word. Possible. Ledger couldn't defend himself at the time.
Possible. You should only pull your gun, and you just said it. You can watch this podcast back. You should only pull your gun when you feel your life is in danger.
I felt a credible threat, Dylan.
How?
I did. I felt it. Because you've got 4 people versus 1 dude with a gun.
Okay, but you were at least 30 to 40 yards away from them.
Dude, we were like maybe 15 feet away.
You're high.
In the car. Dude, I was standing in front of the neighbor's house. They were parked literally, dude, we were not far.
We were parked in front of Ledger's house. We were parked in his driveway.
And the cops were
and they were at the neighbor's house.
Okay, that ain't fucking far at all.
And they left. And they totally left.
They left. Because, dude, here's my thing. I said, let's hear
you guys. Okay, now let's hear your side.
Okay.
Let's hear how you were at a credible threat.
I get the phone call, okay? We get the phone call. Ledger's freaking out, right? Freaking the fuck out. Okay. So, I'm like, all right, Levi, we gotta fucking get there. We gotta figure out what's going on. Me and Levi are thinking it's my turn. It's my turn.
You're not a cop.
My turn.
You shouldn't have taken it into your own hands.
No, and I didn't take it into my own hands. Well, yes, I did. Okay, just listen to me.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, my turn to talk. We drive. Levi's going above the speed limit. We probably get there in like 10, 15 minutes, right? We pull up. At this time, Ledger's on the phone with us, still freaking out. They're still outside. Okay, dude. The neighbors, then listen to me. The neighbors are in the window. I can see the neighbors. The neighbors are like, what the fuck's going on? There's 4 people. One of them has a hatchet. One of them has a bat. One of them didn't have anything. The driver was...
And neither of those are weapons. You can totally carry those legally. It's a baseball bat.
But here's the thing. We knew they were trying to break into the house. We could hear it over the phone. Ledger's crying, freaking out, banging's going around, windows are crackling. I knew, okay? I pull up. They were like, what the fuck? I walk around to the trunk, put my mag in, lock the gun, put it on safety, have it around my back. And I'm like, you guys need to get the fuck out of here, okay? We know what's going on. They're looking at me like, why the fuck we gotta leave?
Because they
just shut up.
Okay, go ahead.
Shut
but
up.
they had the right to say
Just
that.
shut up.
They
Why?
were on a public road.
Shut
You
up, dude, I'm
cannot-
trying to talk.
Okay, but you cannot tell them to leave a public
I
road.
would, okay? They're like, they fucking all look at me, right? They've all got instruments that can be used against me to take my life. I see that. Just shut up. Shut up.
It's a baseball bat.
You can get beat. You know how many people get beat to death with baseball
You would have
bats?
had time to shoot him before he walked to you.
I didn't want to shoot anybody. Okay, listen to me. All right. I'm like, these people. I know who they were. I know what they're about. And comes to find out, they were all tweaking on meth because I'm one of my good friends.
Oh, I know Inglewood's meth.
One of my
out.
good friends is related to one of the people in the car, okay? And I called him after the fact, and he was like, dude, she's on tweak mode. They have been breaking into people's houses.
Yeah.
I knew, okay? This is after the fact. I didn't know this at the time.
Yeah.
Okay? They're like, why? They're looking at me like I'm fucking stupid, and they're gonna
Because
come
you
at
were
me.
kicking them off a public road.
But they looked at me like they're gonna come at me. I knew Ledger's inside freaking the fuck out. It's a problem, okay? So, what I did, my gun was still on safety. I pulled it to the front of me so they knew I have a gun, okay? Mm-hmm. And I was like,
Quit yelling.
you guys need to get the fuck out of here, okay? Because somebody's gonna get hurt. I wasn't yelling,
threatened
I
it?
wasn't mad.
Okay, but
I was
you
like,
threatened
somebody's gonna get fucking hurt if you don't leave. And they were like, okay. And calmness arose.
Because
Just
okay, go ahead.
calmness arose. They got in their car. They drove away. I went inside with Ledger. Ledger had dug his dad's 22 out of the closet at this time. And I was like, you had a gun the whole time? He said, no, I just got it. And I said, okay. I locked the door. I made Ledger put the gun away. I put my gun down on the kitchen table. Me and Ledger went downstairs to talk about it, okay? Then, knock on the door. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. I walk up. I put my gun back behind my back because I'm in a private residence. I open the door. Cops come. Okay, and
I think the
Ledger,
neighbors called.
I was like,
called.
Ledger?
The neighbors called.
I was like, Ledger, the cops are here. No, he called because he said Ledger had called. Okay, the neighbors are outside at this time. I open the door. We're talking back and forth to the cops, and I told the cops I do have a firearm, and I did pull my firearm. Okay, and they were like, okay, where is it? I was like, it's behind my back. He said, just go ahead and set it down on the couch for me. I set my gun down on the couch. We're talking back and forth. And the cop tells me, he's like, listen. It's okay that you have a gun. Public carry. It's legal to open carry. You can have a pistol at your age. It's fine. Just don't conceal it because I had it concealed at the time.
Yeah, you
and
did.
he told me. He says I agree. He told me, dude. He was like, it's okay that you pulled your gun. I do not blame you. We gave them the description of the car. Ledger gave them his story, and then the cops were like, okay, we'll keep an eye out. And that's all that came. And then that's all that came about it.
And that's fine.
And then I went and talked to the neighbors. Neighbors like, we saw you had a gun. I do not blame you for pulling that gun.
Okay.
Nobody blamed me for pulling a gun.
And that's fine. But at that time, first of all, you had no business there. He did.
Who?
Ledger.
Yes, that was
He
not
did.
his problem.
Yeah, you intervened yourself.
Yes.
So you shouldn't have.
But Ledger's 16 years old.
I understand. Listen, okay? You shouldn't have intervened.
I should have intervened.
No.
He could not protect himself. Okay, listen, you're at home by yourself. You're 16 years old. People are banging on your door.
I would call the cops.
Okay, Ledger did call the cops.
There's no.
Dylan, why do
They should have showed up quicker.
Dude, the response time sucks. Inglewood is nothing but a fucking meth town.
Oh, yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay,
it is.
so cops are busy dealing with bullshit.
yelling.
Cops are busy dealing with bullshit, dude. It's just how it is. And it was a Friday night.
Okay, and another thing. You cannot. Sure, they may have been a threat at a time, but you cannot kick them off of a public road for doing nothing. You should have been like, yo, if you don't leave, I will call the cops, and they would have done the same thing.
Cops are already called.
Okay, but you could have been like, yo, they're not leaving, and they would have maybe, I don't know, I'm not a cop, they would have maybe sped it up.
Well, I agree with the police. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
and if it happened to me all over again, I would have probably pulled my gun. I'm telling you right now.
There's no way. Because it just makes you look like a fucking tool. Like, great, you've got a gun. That's why I hate open carrying. I don't want to be one of those guys.
I don't have a fucking choice.
Like the security guard down the street that just flaunts his gun all that. It's like, bro, I don't give a shit. Just because you have a gun doesn't mean you're this big badass
No,
man.
it does not.
It's
It
made
does
to
not.
protect me.
Yes.
And I feel at no point in time were you you were in critical threat danger to pull a gun. You could have said, look, if you do not leave, we heard that you were trying to break into this house, and if you do not leave, I'm going to call the cops. They would have been like, oh, what the fuck? And if
But the cops had already been called.
you can call again. What's the harm in calling again? There is none.
I agree. Okay.
You could have called again and be like, yo, we called about the breaking and entering, or them trying to get in, and they're not leaving. Okay, we're sending another unit on the way. Then, at that point, when you're like, if they don't leave, call them. If they start talking
here's the
shit,
thing.
that is when you're like, okay, I've called, I've done everything I can do, you need to leave now. They were on a public road with no weapons.
Mm-hmm. No, they had weapons.
Joshua Ryan,
Dude, in that circumstance, dude, you're dressed in a black hoodie with your hood up, with a bat and a hatchet, dude. You gotta understand, those are weapons.
I'm wearing a gray hoodie, I wear my hood all the time, and I own hundreds of baseball bats.
Right.
I own hatchets. And if I was outside swinging in a black hoodie,
No, I wouldn't bother.
I
would not bother you.
Why?
What made me do that is the phone call I got from Ledger.
But you were not the
Dylan
police.
James. If I just rolled up, dude. If we got no call from Ledger and we just rolled up, I would have not pulled a gun out. I wouldn't even have looked at him, dude. I promise you, if Ledger had not have called, I would not have suspected anything. I would have walked right into Ledger's
but
house.
why? But at no point. Sure, that's great. Ask them to leave because they were doing something wrong. Apparently, sure, they were doing something wrong. Ask them to leave. I feel a gun should not have been pulled because if you pull a gun and one of them has a gun,
Then it's go time.
what if they shoot first?
Then I die.
You're not a very quick guy.
That's debatable.
You're not a very quick guy. So why raise it? Why raise? Because as soon as that gun comes out, the stakes go up. Why risk that? Unless he pulls a gun, then if he pulls a gun and points it on you, boom, you have all right to shoot. Why be that guy and raise the situation by pulling out a gun? Because as soon as that comes out, the situation goes up exponentially. Like the story I told on the podcast, we're getting ready to run out of time here. But like the story I told on the podcast, the cop, we were all fine and dandy, had no problems until he pulled that gun out. And the situation went up tenfold. Why raise the situation if there was no situation that needed to be raised?
So here's my thing. You're cool. You were all chilling in your car, right? Cop pulls a gun. There's no credible threat to him. You're just sitting in your car. But he pulled a gun, didn't he?
Yeah, and it raised the situation.
Right, but there was no credible threat there. You were just sitting in your car.
Yeah, I know.
When he pulled a gun.
Because he thought I robbed somebody.
And I thought that they were trying to rob their house.
He's a cop. He has a right to do that. They were on a public road with no weapons.
You were on a
no
public.
threat
You were
to
in a public
anybody.
park.
I know.
Okay, he pulled
is
a gun
cop.
on you because of the information he had. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay.
You are not
But
a
you're right.
police
I'm not a
officer.
cop. But it's the same fucking thing, dude.
No,
same thing.
It is absolutely 100% not the same thing.
It's completely the same.
If I was walking,
And
if I was walking and a random guy pulled a gun on me, I would feel there's a threat. If I was
Yeah,
walking,
there's definitely a threat.
If I
Because
was
a random
walking,
guy pulled a gun on you.
if I was walking and a cop pulled a gun on me, I'd be like, okay, well, what's
Dylan,
what the
they
hell's
knew.
going on here?
Dylan, the thing is those people.
30 minutes. I forgot. There. Okay. Sorry, the video cut off again.
Okay.
Because we're ending it. We're gonna end it now.
ending
We're
it
at an hour. Leave it in the comments if you've made it this far. What you think. What your opinion is. My opinion. There was absolutely no credible threat to you. They were standing on a public road. You're in a public car and a public sign.
You're in a public park doing nothing wrong, just playing Pokemon Go, right? There's no credible threat. You're just sitting in your car. Cop pulls a gun on you.
He didn't pull a gun on me. He did. He pulled the gun. He pulled the gun.
There's no credible threat, though.
After he ran
Because
my
of
lights.
information he got.
He is a police officer.
I understand
the information that he got
but I'm just
was
talking.
false.
I'm talking just the
you
the base
are not a
information. I'm not a cop, and I do not claim to
You
be a
have
cop.
no right
I'm talking the
to
base
intervene.
information that cop got. He pulled a gun.
Yes.
He thought there was a credible threat.
He is
maybe
a
another cop wouldn't have
police
thought.
officer.
But maybe another cop wouldn't have thought it was a
You
threat.
are a citizen that is coming to a situation that you were not involved in.
I pulled a gun, and I would have done. I will if I could go back in time, I would have pulled my gun.
Absolutely not.
I know who those people are, Dylan. I know what they're about.
Have the gun on you. You can't judge a book by its cover. I could be a fucking serial killer rapist. I don't look like one, but I could be.
That's debatable.
Stop. I don't look like one, but I could be. Don't judge a book by its cover. Oh my God, you talk about it all the fucking time. You got denied a photography dream job that you wanted for so long because of your image. Because they fucking judged who you were. Yeah. You are one of the nicest, sweetest people I have ever met. Women have done you so dirty for so long, and I feel fucking terrible. But you didn't get a photography job that you wanted because of your image.
Yes.
Because you look like a fucking
and I didn't judge him, dude. I'm telling you, if Ledger had never called me, and dude, I don't care. You can stand there with a fucking machete.
But why call you? Having a gun on you is a different. Dude, I think you should.
Ledger's dad would not answer the phone.
That's fine.
Wouldn't answer the phone. Levi was the only one who answered the phone.
Getting the gun out of the trunk and putting it behind you. 100% agree with.
Sure.
I agree with. Absolutely. You were ready for anything.
Yeah. Pulling the gun is where you disagree.
Yes.
Okay. And you know what? That's what makes us different. That's what I completely understand. I completely understand why you think it's wrong.
How do you not think
because there's no credible
wrong?
threat. I can completely understand where you're like, okay, there's not a credible threat there. But to me, in my personal shoes, I felt I had a credible threat. I pulled the gun and they left, and that's all that matters. The cops agreed with me. The neighbors agreed with me. Everybody agreed with me, okay? And as long as they agree and I'm not in jail, as long as I'm not in jail and as long as the cops said, hey, you know what, you pulled a gun, whatever, dude.
I don't know.
Okay? And
what's your opinion?
That was a great debate.
What is your opinion?
Put your opinion in the comments there. Make sure to leave a like and everything. And
please subscribe.
And the audio listeners,
share us.
Audio listeners,
everybody.
If you guys want to see the video version of me, Dylan, getting heated over here, go ahead and look it up on YouTube, Rocky Mountain Vloggers. Make sure
all of our stuff is in the description.
Instagram, everything. Leave a 5-star rating on the audio version, and we'll be seeing you next time. Hopefully, we'll be coming with a vlog on working on something with someone and doing something somewhere. All right, we love you guys, and we will see you next time.
Bye.